Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Before we begin, and for the comfort of all who are in attendance, kindly take a moment to ensure that all electronic devices are silenced. The concert will begin shortly. Thank you. By the way, this is one where it's everyone's choice to either follow along and turn it off now or not, because we will all know who didn't follow instructions should the phone go off. So I'd encourage you, silence it. I'm sure you might want to take some pictures, so some of you may not turn it off, but that's okay. But just, if you would, that'd be greatly appreciated for everybody's comfort. Thank you once again. The program will begin shortly. Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Lorenzo Rios, CEO of the Clovis Veterans Memorial District, and Civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army, it is my distinct honor to welcome you all to the Clovis Veterans Memorial District, the House of Warriors, the Hall of Leaders that was established in 1946 because this community thought it was important to make sure all of our heroes returning back from the Second Great War were welcomed as heroes, and that this would serve as a permanent living memorial honoring U.S. military and veterans, to provide facilities and support programs just like this one, to promote a legacy of service for preserving our community and country's foundational ideals. It is great to see everyone today, and thank you all for coming. This afternoon's concert is our annual salute to the Armed Forces of the United States of America. First observed on May 20th, 1950, Armed Forces Day was created in August of 1949 as President Harry Truman led the effort to establish a day for citizens to come together and thank the members of our military for their patriotic service. In 1962, President John F. Kennedy established Armed Forces Day as an official national holiday. We are fortunate indeed to live in a country where we can express our opinions freely, practice our chosen religion, and pursue our dreams without fear of persecution. Throughout the history of this great nation, the American Armed Forces have played a crucial role in protecting and preserving these precious liberties, and their sacrifice and service have not gone unnoticed or unappreciated. To all the brave men and women who have served or are currently serving in the American Armed Forces, we salute you and we thank you for your service. We are forever grateful for your commitment and your dedication to keeping our great nation safe and free. Before we begin, I'd like to do something. I'd like to recognize all of the veterans who are in the audience right now. If you would, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for your service. Are there any members of our armed forces that are currently serving in the audience? Do we have any widows or widowers? I'd ask for you to stand and be recognized as well. Sometimes we forget our family members. Thank you. It's a family affair. We enjoy these freedoms, but we don't necessarily know how it is that we secure those freedoms. And I will tell you, if you talk to any of the folks who stood up, they'll tell you how freedom is not free. And the sting of battle is felt by some, but not by all. But because they feel it, we don't. And we enjoy a life well lived. And I would hope that we would accept the responsibility of being great citizens and doing something with those freedoms. Today we are going to enjoy an afternoon of wonderful music, remarkable talent, and I can't wait to start the program. And I know you did not come to hear me talk, so I will keep my comments to a minimum. I will provide you some context on all the pieces so that you can enjoy the piece, not only the beautiful sounds, but also some background of this great program. Again, thank you for being here today. This is a very special day for all of us, because we're also honored to be joined by the California Opera Association. Please put your hands together and welcome their artistic director, Edna Garabedian. And now, let us begin our celebration with a beloved American song, the lyrics of Catherine Lee Bates, the music of Samuel Augustus Ward, and arranged by Carmen Dragon, performed by soloist Avis Ambrose, with the Sounds of Freedom Band. Here is America the Beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Avis. That was absolutely beautiful. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can. If you're not able to, please just keep your seat. As the color guards from the Association of the United States Army presents the colors and remain standing for the presentation of our national anthem performed by Hannah Staley. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you to the AUSA Color Guard. They were wonderful. And Hannah, how do you pronounce it? Hannah or Hannah? Hannah. There you go. Hannah, you did a beautiful job. Inspiring rendition of our national anthem. Absolutely beautiful. Now, the only thing I'd ask is, if at all possible, perhaps using the microphone. Was everybody able to appreciate the sound of her beautiful voice? Or was I don't think she was using the microphone. I don't know if it captured as well. But I would just offer, if we can get that. From back here, I could hear her voice. I don't know if you were able to capture it. Okay. So if we could, let's use the microphones at all possible. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a wonderful program. Okay, well folks, if you had been around for the Civil War, and if you happened to be at the battlefront, you might have heard the command "Action Front" being shouted. That was the command given to artillery units to have cannons moved into position for battle. It also became a naval term which was used in preparing for combat, similar to all hands on deck or man the torpedoes. These days, though, it is the title of a likable little march by Ronald C. Noner. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. That was a fun little jingle, wasn't it? This next piece, Opha May Johnson, may not be a household name, but hers is a name etched in the hearts of all current and former women who have served in the Marine Corps, Navy, and Coast Guard since 1918, when 40-year-old Opha May stepped forward and became the first woman to enlist in the United States Marine Corps. It was a brave move which opened doors and broke barriers to women throughout the sea services. One must have tremendous respect for the women of World War I who, by the thousands, lined up across the country to become members of the Marine Corps and serve a country that had not given them the right to vote. A Century of Service is written with its melodies constantly rising in pitch to symbolize that always reaching, always growing, always determined spirit of the women who have volunteered in 1918. It is truly an honor to present this march written in recognition of the Century of Service of Women in the United States Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, A Century of Service. The Sounds of Freedom. Monty, what a wonderful job. Folks, the Sounds of Freedom is one of our local treasures that, quite frankly, not enough folks know about. And if you have any inclinations towards the arts and if you like to play an instrument, come talk to us after this. There's always room here with this great band. This next piece, in 1940, as the European political situation worsened after the outbreak of World War II, Bela Bartok was increasingly tempted to flee Hungary, the land of his birth. He strongly opposed the Nazis and Hungary's alliance with Germany, and as you might imagine, his anti-fascist political views caused him a great deal of trouble with the establishment in Hungary. He and his family settled in New York City, arriving by way of a steamer from Lisbon. His youngest son enlisted in the United States Navy and served in the Pacific during the remainder of the war. Bartok became an American citizen in 1945, and though he was well known in America as a pianist and teacher, he was not well known as a composer. Sadly, there was a little American interest in his music during his final years. Allegro Barbaro is one of Bela Bartok's most famous and frequently performed solo piano pieces. The composition was written in response to critics of the time who described his work as quote unquote barbaric, but is but is typical of Bartok's style, utilizing folk elements. The work combines Hungarian and Romanian scales. Hungarian peasant music is based on the pentatonic scale, while Romanian music is largely chromatic. With apologies to the Bartok purist, this transcription for winds and percussion has been described by different reviewers as everywhere from heavy metal, wow, Monty, you sly dog, you, classical style, to a rather succinct, terribly awful. Wow, you really put the whole bang together here. But I wonder if Bartok had the modern wind and percussion ensemble at his disposal, would the Barbaro have become more barbarous than ever? Please welcome Assistant Director Nico Morales to the podium as he leads the band in Allegro Barbaro. Take it away, Nico. I don't know, punk rock? What'd you all think? Where'd you, yeah, all right. A little rock and roll here, yeah. Thank you, Nico. George M. Cohan's iconic Over There was one of the most popular songs from World War I, combining bits of ragtime, march music like Sousa, and jigs. The song was an instant hit, selling over 2 million copies. Cohan, a successful Broadway producer, playwright, performer, lyricist, and composer, wrote the Over There on his way into work. Man, doesn't that make you feel like an underachiever? This is what he writes on the way to work. My goodness. The headlines that inspired him the morning of April 6, 1970, announced that the U.S. had abandoned its isolationist policy and had entered World War I on the side of the Allied powers against the Central Powers. Cohan based his music on a 3-note bugle call, and the song was loved by the general public. Please welcome soloist Monty Torres to perform Over There with Nico Morales and the band.
Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me, every son of liberty. Hurry right away, go today, don't delay. Make your daddy glad to have had such a lad. Tell your sweetheart not to pine, she'll be glad her boy's in line. Over there, over there. Send the word over there. For the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. The drums rum-tumming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word to beware. We'll be over, we're coming over. And we won't come back till it's over there. Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Johnny, show the Hun who's a son of a gun. Make your sweetheart proud of you, and to liberty be true. Johnny, oh, the Well, your mother proud of you, she'll be glad her boy's in arms. Over there, over there. Send the word over there. For the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. The drums rum-tumming everywhere. So prepare, say a prayer. Send the word over there. We'll be over, we're coming over. And we won't come back till it's over there.
Over there. What a great piece. Hoagy Carmichael was a true American original. First of all, there was his name, so unique that he became one of those few public figures, along with Cole, Eubie, and Elvis, that you could identify by just his first name. And then there was his unusual career path, from law student, lawyer, and Wall Street employee to hit songwriter and celebrity via records, motion pictures, radio, and television. But most original of all were the songs Carmichael wrote, songs that typically sound like nobody else's. Hoagland Howard Carmichael was born in Bloomington, Indiana on November 22nd, 1899. As a boy, he thrilled to the music of the visiting circuses and absorbed by the music of the nearby black churches. And there was the newfangled ragtime his mother played, rocking the piano as she beat out the raggedy rhythms of Scott Joplin's Maple Leaf Rag and other toe-tapping pieces. When the United States entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor, his contributions to the war effort was similar to the patriotic efforts of Irving Berlin. Carmichael's wartime songs included My Christmas Song for You, Don't forget to say, no, baby. The army of hypocrites, cranky old Yank, eager beaver, morning glory, and the never completed Hitler blues. Our medley today includes Georgia on My Mind, Heart and Soul, Lazy River, Skylark, and Stardust. If you know the words, please feel free to join in and sing along. Please enjoy. Beautiful. This next piece, Sousa composed Who's Who in Navy Blue at the request of Midshipman W.A. Ingram, president of the class of 1920 at the U.S. Naval Academy. It had become a custom for each graduating class to have its own new song or march performed at graduation, and the class of 1920 bypassed all other options in favor of the March King. Sousa had served in the Navy in World War I, and the Navy connection no doubt had a great deal to do with their decision. The march is dedicated to the Tecumseh, the famous Indian statue that stands outside Bancroft Hall at the Naval Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, here now is Who's Who in Navy Blue. The Sounds of Freedom, ladies and gentlemen. What an incredible group. I am so honored to have the opportunity to spend a Sunday afternoon with all of you and listening to the Sounds of Freedom. What a treat. This next piece, I think many of you will recognize. And to all of my medics out there, where's John? John, there we go. You know, there's a few folks, those of you who served in the military, look, don't mess with your food. Don't mess with the mail. And if you're going to get in trouble, if you find yourself in a position where your boots are too tight and they now have given you the hot spots, or if you found yourself in a pickle, twisted a knee, or worse yet, the bad guy decided to put a bullet into your body, who do you want to see? You don't want to see the chaplain or the father who might be prepared with oil. You don't want those final rites, but you definitely want the medic. The medic is the one that takes good care of you. And John, he's one of our veterans here who's done a great job of continuing to care for not only his fellow soldier, but the entire community that he works with. This ballad of the Green Beret is a patriotic song in the ballad style about the United States Army Special Forces. It is one of the few popular songs of the Vietnam War years to cast the military in a positive light, and in 1966 became a major hit, reaching number one for 5 weeks on the Hot 104 Weeks on Cashbox. The song was written by then Staff Sergeant Barry Sadler beginning when he was training to be a Special Forces medic. The author, Robin Moore, who wrote the book, The Green Berets, helped Sadler write the lyrics and get a recording contract with RCA Records. The lyrics were written in honor of U.S. Army Specialist 5, James Gabriel, Jr., a Special Forces operator and the first native Hawaiian to die in Vietnam, who was killed by Viet Cong gunfire while on a training mission with the South Vietnamese Army on April 8, 1962. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ballad of the Green Beret. I think all of us have a vague idea that the Battle Hymn of the Republic has something to do with the Civil War. And you may or may not be aware that its tune is the same as John Brown's Body, a popular song among Union soldiers that they had adapted from an old Methodist revival song. William Steffi collected and edited a camp meeting song with the traditional glory Hallelujah refrain in about 1856. Early in the American Civil War, this tune was used to create the Union Army marching song, John Brown's Body, which begins with the lyrics, John Brown's body lies a mouldering in the grave, but his soul goes marching on. In November 1861, Julia Ward Howe, having heard this version, used the tune as the basis of her new verse, later known as Battle Hymn of the Republic, and outside of the United States, also known as Mine Eyes Have Seen the Glory. Howe's more famous lyrics link the judgment of the wicked at the end of the time with the American Civil War. Since that time, it has become an extremely popular and well-known American patriotic song. please welcome soloist Lizzie Vinson and the California Opera Association Chorus to perform this work. Lizzie, that was beautiful. Wow. Did anyone get chills? I know the room's a little chilly, but did anyone get chills just listening to that beautiful? Oh my goodness, that was incredible. Not bad for the price, eh? Yeah, another round of applause. Well, I want you to know, I would like to take a moment right now to let you know that the Americana on Parade Luncheon, the California Opera presents Americana on Parade Luncheon June 4th from 1 to 4 p.m., honoring military, casual dress, grand ballroom in Fresno. Tickets are adults $45, students $25, children $20. And if you have enjoyed the California Opera, there'll be some more entertainment. And Monty, do we have these little flyers somewhere? They're all in the program? Fantastic. Okay, so, all right. And I thought I had something special over here just by myself. Well, I'm glad you have that in there, and please take note of it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a nation of freedom and opportunity, and it is because of the service of the members of our armed forces that we are able to enjoy these blessings. We must never forget their service, and we must always be grateful for their sacrifice. Indeed, we owe a debt of gratitude to all of the brave men and women who have served or are currently serving in the American Armed Forces. Through their courage, dedication, and selflessness, whether fighting on the front lines or providing support and aid, our military personnel demonstrate unwavering commitment to their fellow Americans. This next piece is for you. If you have served or if you are currently serving, we ask that you stand and be acknowledged as your service song is presented by Dr. Marshall Flam and our Sounds of Freedom Band.
With mighty watchful eye, guardians beyond the blue, the invisible front line, war fighters, brave and true, boldly reaching into space. There's no limit to our sky, standing guard both night and day. The Space Force from on high. There's the Coast Guard's marching song. We sing on land or sea, through surf and storm and howling gale. High shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our God, our fame, our glory too. To fight, to save, or fight and die. I, Coast Guard, we are for you.
United States Air Force.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Atom boys, give her the gun. Down we dive, sprouting our flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame, go down in flame, and nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
The United States Navy.
Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day. Through our last night on shore, drink to the foam, until we meet once more, as wishing you a happy voyage home.
The United States Marine Corps.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land or sea. First we fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of the United States Marine.
The United States Army.
Over hill, over dale, we have the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. Counter march roundabout, all the wagons shoulders stout, and those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high he in field artillery, call up your number loud and strong, and wherever you go, you will always know that those caissons are rolling along.
Thank you, Dr. Ambrose. Flam. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Am I ahead of myself here? Is that what I'm hearing? Irving Berlin wrote God Bless America in 1918 while serving in the Army at Camp Upton in Yappahank, New York, but decided that it did not fit in a review called Yip Yip Yappahank. So he set it aside. I wonder why. In 1938, with the rise of Adolf Hitler, Irving Berlin, who was Jewish and had arrived in America from Russia at the age of 5, felt it was time to revive it as a peace song. And it was introduced on an Armistice Day broadcast in 1938, sung by Kate Smith on her radio show. God Bless America takes the form of a prayer for God's blessing and peace for the nation. Please welcome guest conductor Dakota Simpson with soloist Dr. John Ambrose and the California Opera Association to perform Irving Berlin's iconic God Bless America.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Well done. My goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our concert presentation. Can you believe it? Time has flown by so quickly. We are so happy that you decided to spend your afternoon with us, and we look forward to hosting you again at our summer concert right here at the Clovis Veterans Memorial District. Now, this is where I'd ask everyone to either bring out their phones or bring out their pens and paper. I should hear a click, because this is where I'd ask you to jot the following information down. July 23, 2 p.m. It's a Sunday. This would be the opportunity to check your calendar. Now, if there's room on the calendar, this is where you put that thing down. But on what day? It's July 23. But at what time? 2 p.m. sharp. And this band right here, they're pretty sharp. The downbeat hits, and 2 p.m., if you're not sitting down, well, you're going to be rushing to your seats. So on July 22nd, you'll be getting ready, because on July 23, you'll have the concert, and I hope that you'll come join us. And as you look around, you'll notice that there's still more room. Challenge us to bring out more chairs. All that to say is, if you have some friends that you think would enjoy this, call them, invite them. Let us fill the room up with an extended family where we can all sit down on a Sunday afternoon and enjoy these wonderful blessings. So I encourage you to jot that down. July 23rd at 2 p.m., it's a Sunday, we'll be enjoying our summer concert right here in this right building. And since you're all in the room, you know how to get here. Let's see if we can't fill the room even further on July 23rd for our summer concert. Thank you once again for coming today, and a very special thank you to our guest artists from the California Opera Association. Can we give them another round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, you were absolutely incredible. Thank you for joining us. And can we give the Sounds of Freedom a nice big roaring applause? Thank you, Sounds of Freedom. You have made this afternoon a very special event. Nico, as always, a wonderful treat. Thank you so much. We'd like to direct your attention to the donation stations located in the back of the room and encourage you to consider making a contribution to help this wonderful program continue to do good work in the community and keep the music playing. I'm not sure if you know this, but this organization is not affiliated with any corporation or foundation or school district for support. So they depend solely on the generosity of our friends to continue to operate and serve the community. We thank you in advance for your donation and your generosity. And finally, if you haven't already done so, we encourage you to pick up an application for the membership and join the Association of the United States Army. The many benefits of AUSA memberships are explained on the application, but the biggest benefit of all is that by joining, you will be helping us continue to tell the soldier story. You don't have to have served. You don't have to have family members in the Army. This association is open to all. If you are interested, applications are in the back, and we hope to have you join our group. Our final selection is the third movement from Robert Smith's suite entitled Heroes Among Us. Many people know what the words loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage mean. But how often do you see someone actually live up to them? Soldiers learn these values in detail during basic training, and if you put them all together, they spell out leadership. From then on, they live them every day in everything they do, whether they're on the job or off. In short, these 7 core values are what being a soldier is all about. And so as we conclude our presentation, we have you with the words of the oath taken by all who enlist. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. The sounds of freedom, ladies and gentlemen. Bravo. Wait a minute. Am I hearing encore out there? I think I heard encore. Encore. Oh, I hear an encore. Hey, Monty, if you're not ready for it, it's okay. I understand. They're asking for an encore. Not everybody can be prepared. What did you say? No matter what happens?
Keep playing.
Uh-huh. Keep playing. All right. All right. Let's see what they got. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we might have convinced them into an encore. Oh, what is this? He's pulling out a little red box. This isn't a cassette player, is it? 2 red boxes. Oh, the suspense.
Champagne.
Bravo. All right. Did he take it up a notch or two? He even had bubbles. Bubbles, no less. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I have a couple reminders to share with you. As you may know, the Armed Forces Day is a day that we celebrate everyone who wears the uniform, everyone who defends our nation by serving our great country. Veterans Day in November is a day that we remember all of those who wore the uniform. Memorial Day, many folks confuse with either just a barbecue day, a day to go out and have a barbecue, go to the lake. Otherwise, a lot of folks will confuse it as a Veterans Day. But in all actuality, Memorial Day is the day that we remember those who never had the chance to leave the uniform. They're the ones who paid the ultimate price. And on Memorial Day, we never forget their loss. The families who lost someone every single day is Memorial Day for them. Their loss is not theirs alone. It is all of ours. And we all should never forget those who have gone before us, who have paid the ultimate price to ensure that we live in a free nation. Here at the Memorial District, we will have some Memorial Day activities. Starting on Saturday, May 27, Academy Memorial Day service will take place at 9 a.m. At Red Bank, Memorial Day services will start at 10:30 a.m. Then on Monday, the 29th, the Vietnam veterans will be celebrating a Sunrise Memorial Day service at 5:45 a.m. at Woodward Park. Yeah, that is early, isn't it? Yeah, even some of those are like, whoa, yeah. I love my VBA. The Clovis Cemetery Memorial Day service on Monday, the 29th, will start promptly at 9 a.m. Here at the Memorial District, we will have activities starting at 9 a.m. We'll have information booths. We'll also have John Pemberton outside in the park. We'll have military documentaries in the auditorium. We'll have a community heritage center. The Community Heritage Center will be open, but here as a community, we will all come together and enjoy a patriotic concert at 11 a.m. And at 12:30, we will all break bread together. The Old Town Kiwanis and the Key Club will come out and provide us a lunch. We'll be working together. Bottom line, on the 29th, there are plenty of things to do. I encourage you to come out and join us. Please come and either participate at one of the cemeteries in their ceremonies or come join us here at the Memorial District as we take a moment to remember how blessed we are and to let all of those who have gone before us and their family members know that that sacrifice does not go unnoticed and it will never be forgotten here. So once again, I thank you very much. And does everybody remember the summer concert is July 23rd? That's way down the road. But up closer, just in only a week, May 29th on a Monday, I hope to see you all here. So please come on down and join us, and we will be celebrating Memorial Day together as we remember the fallen. And as a community, we come together to never forget. Thank you once again. This concludes our program. Monty, do you have anything else? No, I think we have everything. The program here, the California Opera, thank you so much for joining us. You were a wonderful treat for all of us to enjoy. And on June 4th, we hope to see you again. We'll come out and enjoy your program. Please enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful day. We'll look forward to seeing you shortly. God bless you all.